bum bum.
I've been eating my words over the last few weeks and eating it other ways I'm not used to because I've been trying out a diet. Yes, despite me always saying the one advantage of cerebral palsy is I can eat whatever I like, I've been trying out the keto diet. Basically, I went for a massage 2 weeks ago, and towards the end, as I was nice and relaxed, the guy said to me, "Did you know a low-carb diet can really help those with neurological problems like CP? You should consider it." Now, I just had a massage, so I was feeling in an unusually calm and unstressed frame of mind. So instead of telling him to do one and there ain't nothing, nobody gonna stop me eating whatever, I thought, why don't I give this a try? Basically, if you shut off carbs and sugar and just get your energy from fat, your body goes into a thing of ketosis, which not only makes it far easier to lose weight, but makes your nervous system apparently far more responsive, or at least that's what the science says. It's basically like running Linux instead of Windows. Far more efficient, but there are numerous issues when it comes to compatibility. Anyway, I've been doing it for 2 weeks with 1 2-day carb loading period where I basically eat whatever the fuck I want. And I still don't know if it's a thing I will continue with long term because carbs are nice, especially those in beer. But I'm gonna list some things I have noticed after doing it for 2 weeks. Number 1, and this is quite a biggie, my annoying reflux cough thing has gone almost completely. Yes, I still splutter a bit when I'm eating food, but that's just the bog standard CP swallowing malfunction type thing. But the cough I suffer from, which I think is a combination of reflux and my bad posture, has gone right down low, which is quite a huge thing. And second, which kind of follows on from the first point, I don't mention this a lot because sometimes I blame myself for it, but quite regularly I find after I've eaten I cannot fit another thing in, to the point I'm just so uncomfortable. I can't move, can't drink liquid. I get so dehydrated because I just don't want to put another thing in. And okay, this is me, so 60% of the time I think, well, I have eaten a lot, so maybe I deserve it. But the other times I think about it, I think, hang on, I haven't eaten that much. And anyway, I work out I need all this fuel. Surely the fact that I'm in shape means even when I eat a lot, I'm not overeating. Anyway, ever since I cut out the carbs, I found this isn't a problem, and even after a big meal of, say, meat and veg, I can still comfortably knock back a pint of water. Okay, they're the two most prominent positives I found. Admittedly, they can both be explained by basic physics, i.e. what happens when you don't put big blocks of stuff in your body and have more space. However, isn't molecule chemistry just physics on a much smaller scale? He says, trying to sound like he knows more about science than he actually does. But the third thing, which can't be attributed to physics, is I have noticed much less twitchy. My starter reflex is much more mild. I feel rather relaxed, and this is surely a fucking good thing. Right, there are 3 positives. Now for 2 neutral things I've noticed. Firstly, fuck you get thirsty. I read 30% of your liquid intake comes from carbs, and that's not just the beer. I don't know if that's accurate, but carbs definitely come with a fair share of water and help absorb more water. So without carbs, you're gonna drink much more, and because you don't absorb as much, piss much more. You can see in this video where I've cut to edit. That isn't because I wanted to reshoot, it's because I needed a piss. Secondly, and on a similar vein, fuck, your shit goes really dark. I also started taking some iron because I thought this would be good for my bones too. So when I started pooping lumps of coal, I thought, oh, that'll be the iron. But surely the 2 days I did my carb load, I started pulling it technicolor again. Then sure enough, when I went back on the keto, hello dogs, it's my old friend. I've come to flush you out again. And now, a bonus thing. I say bonus because I originally said 2. Then the thing happened which made me remember the 3rd thing. So, thirdly, your stomach rumbles a heck of a lot. Basically, your stomach often makes noises when it's processing lots of fat and protein, which it will do when you're on keto. Plus, your stomach rumbles when you're hungry, and keto is about tricking your body into making it think it's hungry. So be prepared for a rumbling tummy. And now for the downsides. Firstly, it seems a lot harder to get up in the morning. With absolutely no carbs in my body, my blood sugars are clearly low, and it takes a good bit of fat, a few bits of vegetables, and a good few cups of coffee to wake me up. Secondly, beer's full of carbs, and despite the impression I like to give in my videos, I don't drink excessively, honest, but once in a while I quite fancy a beer, and if you want to stay in keto, 2 pints of beer is over your daily recommendation of carbs, which is fucking nothing. Thirdly, you know how much I love to eat out, and it is practically impossible to eat out when you're watching the carbs, because everything's with bread or potatoes or rice. And my local pub do triple cooked chips, which are amazing, and I could happily go in for a pint of them every day. Not saying I ever did that, but I wanted to. And lastly, what I feel is a real downer. The thinking behind this is glucose is bad for your nervous system, but there's one thing even worse, fructose, and that's the sugar found in fruit. And I fucking love fruit and find it so easy to eat, such an accessible hit of nutrition, so it's hard to sustain that without fruit. Thankfully, berries are okay. and those fruits which you have to go fruits because scientists say so, even though everyone else considers them vegetables, i.e. avocados and tomatoes. They're okay because they haven't got much fructose at all, which is why they're not fruits. So yeah, some fruits are okay, but I would like more to be. So is the thing I'll continue with. To be honest, I don't know. I'm off to see my girlfriend for a few days, and I'll definitely be on the beer chips then. So maybe I'll keep going within a few weeks and possibly relax. Maybe have more days where carb up, or maybe bits of the days where they carb up. Apparently carbs affect you much less in the evening, so maybe if I spend the whole day on no carbs, then binge on beer, potatoes, cake in the evening, I'd still have the same effect. I don't know, it's so food for thought. It's a journey of which I don't quite know my destination. However, I do know my destination now. It's to the fridge to get the block of cheese. So I'll leave you with a clip of me binging on carbs from another episode of Cynic. If you haven't watched it, please do.